down here. Parking spot on this side where we had a garden, and this area I petitioned to have this be petitioned to have it paved, and that was approved. And in the summer of 1994, this will be paved back here, but unfortunately we'll be gone and we won't be able to enjoy it. But this alley was kind of rough and beat up, and this is how we got back to our garage. We had a 2-car garage back here. The alley coming up from the street where we had to put our cars in, it was very rough. The city was scheduled to pave it, and we had rocks in coming into the 2-car garage. The car on the left side we had to back in. It was a good garage. And then we were going to concrete this whole area too. The dirt is where we had our garden, and we were going to pave this and make it an extra parking spot. Shelves made by John Hines. And that's where I kept all my samples and stuff. I wrapped around it in an L shape, and I was able to keep all my samples and all my literature in the garage. The garage actually was built into a bank, so you walk down from the backyard and step down into the garage. But it was a full 2-sided garage, and leaked a little bit of water, but John Hines helped correct some of those problems, and we were going to correct some that leaked on this side as well, right before we were going to move. This feature that we put in this garage, John and Dolores Hines made this for us, is we made the top of the garage for storage, put plywood sheets down, and so the entire top of the garage was for storage, and we could keep the lawnmower and our yard furniture, Christmas decorations up in this area. So it gave us a lot more storage, and that was put in the summer of '93, spring of '93, and it had a ramp built in here so that we could take the lawnmower up, and it was attached to this rope, and you just pulled on the rope and went up. So that was really great, because before there was just haphazard boards across the top, and we had to lift the lawnmower to get it in and out. So that was really a nice improvement here, and saved a lot on my back. Some more pictures of our backyard. There's Elizabeth. Hi, sweetie. There's our sandbox. There you are. There's her climbing thing that she used a lot out here in the backyard. We had John make those rails for both the bottom and the top of the deck. And we spent a lot of time out on this deck. Those privacy rails used to go clear across the back when the door used to be on the side of the house, and then we put one on each end. And taped the room where we spent most of the time, the family room area. This is an area that we remodeled about 3 years ago, Christmas of 1990, I guess it was. Basically, there used to be a door right here which we took out and put the sliding glass door in. Had a tile floor. And this area we used as kind of an eating area. Back here, this was some new furniture that we purchased when we did the remodeling. Had a ceiling fan above it with wallpaper and chair railing all around. This room was a 2-sided fireplace, and this work was done by Tommy Chappell. It had press-on brick on the top of the stack. And then it had marble. It was a two-sided see-through fireplace. And the marble and the woodwork Tom Chappell did. This was a wood-burning fireplace initially, and then we converted it to a see-through two-sided gas log fireplace. Fireplace. And both sides were an exact replica of each other, exactly the same. Birch. And the trim work was done by John Hines. He put trim work around the doors and around the windows. I'll see if I can get a close-up view of the trim work here. Got pieces that fit together. Did the room in a Victorian style, and she wanted it to fit in with the rest of the house. She's got contrasting wallpaper here, which initially I didn't like, but it's gotten rave reviews. Everyone that has come in has told her how nicely this room is decorated. We have a green carpeting, kind of a pretty green carpeting. I'm not sure what you'd call it. Maybe a teal? I don't know. This entertainment center we bought from Miller Brothers. We'll be taking with us, but we bought it specifically for this room to hold the TV and the stereo unit. But we spent probably 80% of our time in this room. The stairway runner went on the upstairs to the, but matching it with the carpet and inlaying it in the carpet was something that I had seen at a Marriott hotel that I liked, and so we asked the carpet layers if they could do it. And we had steps coming down. Initially there was a solid piece that went all the way across this in the old family room, and it was old cedar wood. So we took that out and made a stairway coming down this side of the fireplace as well. And it inlaid that runner, which we got from Sears, into the carpeting. And you can see coming up, then steps went down like this on the other side of the fireplace. Piece was in the hallway, and actually came as part of a gift from a lady who Lisa had sold, I think it was her mother's house. It came out of an old house that we had fitted into this corner, and it had a light in it, and we displayed miniature Tudor houses inside this case that lit up. And we had it built in, so that'll be staying. There's Elizabeth. Remodeling project of the family room. We also redid the bathroom that was in the family room and put a new door in. We got this door at Menard. Did the tile work in this room, and Lisa wallpapered it all. We got a new sink from Menards. Job on the paper in this room. I have a burgundy color on top, and then it has a pattern paper on the bottom. Sink, pedestal sink with brass fixtures, and then we had a splashback tile, light fixture. Grayed out was wall coverings, or window coverings, I mean. And she, before it became popular, really did a lot of the swags over bars in the window. That was mostly what we had in our house. And that and mini blinds. But look at the pattern on the floor. We worked that out with Tom and had the pattern made. Got a lot of compliments on this floor from Color Tile, and they displayed it at their store. Which wasn't intended to be done as part of the remodeling project, but ended up being done anyway. We got all new appliances in the kitchen. So first we'll look at those. We got a new GE side-by-side refrigerator, which we'll be taking with us, and a new stove, which will stay with this house, dishwasher. We got those from Coleman Appliances. But the primary improvements in the kitchen were that we put ceramic tile over the entire counter space and really changed the layout of the kitchen. It wasn't an eat-in kitchen before. Basically, it just had a counter that kind of curved around over there, and there was a place for maybe like one stool. We had a wooden eat-in area built that had a little bar and then a wooden bench. And again, I think this is birch wood, and had storage underneath the bench. But there was enough room for 3 of us to sit here and have breakfast. That's where we usually ate breakfast and lunch, in this little eat-in area here. And it had a nice counter space for Lisa to work on. Put a new sink in. Basically, the cabinets are the same from when we moved in. They've just been moved a little bit, but they were kind of a blonde cabinetry. Lisa did extensive wallpapering in here. In a couple areas in the kitchen, took off the cupboards and left them open. Here she had displays of different things. The microwave sat over here. And Lisa did the wallpapering in the kitchen. And also we put the white ceramic tile behind the stove side. Entry area to it that we spruced up a little bit. We had a track light put in, and then Lisa did the wallpapering on the doors. And this was kind of a pantry where we could keep canned goods, more storage area. And in the upper area she again made for a display. Above the eat-in area too. But that really was a nice improvement to this kitchen in that it made it an eat-in kitchen, and we really used it a lot more as an eat-in kitchen than we did before we did the work. And that again was done in the fall of 1990. Fall and winter, actually, from about Labor Day till right before Christmas. Beautiful pieces in this house was an oak door that went between the dining room and the kitchen, and it was a swinging door that swung each way. So we'll go from the kitchen next into the dining room. So we did the dining room a couple different times with paper. She put the chair railing up, she and her Grandpa John. It's got hardwood floors throughout the house on both the upper and the lower or first and second floor, I should say. This has got a built-in buffet storage area here, and then it had a window. The floors were really in great shape, and the wood is one of the primary reasons we bought the house. All the trim was intact. The trim on the top, as well as the trim on the bottom and the hardwood floors. Very little painted woodwork. I don't think there was very much of any on the first floor at all. And we would eat in here on Saturday nights. For a while we only used this room on special occasions, and then we decided that it was so nice we wanted to use it at least once a week. So we generally eat in here on Saturday nights and had a kind of a formal dinner. Then right off of the dining room was the living room. Had a brick fireplace, which originally was white and had a fireplace door on it. Lisa painted it a couple different times, but it's a green color now, and it's got wood storage or glassed-in storage on both sides of the fireplace, where we stored little knickknacks in there for display. And it was a beautiful mantel. Again, it had the hardwood floors throughout, and we used area rugs in here. And this was a great fireplace. It really worked well. It drew well, never smoked. And again, Lisa did extensive wallpapering in here. This is back in the dining room, but again, we never really had any curtains. She just hung material from swags. She had some lace curtains and window covering in here, and those are going to stay. Looking for paper here she used. Again, Grandpa John helped put in the chair railing. And the far side of the back side of the living room, and there was just enough room for it to fit in there on the side, almost if it was made that way. And again, the floors were just in excellent shape. Here where we happened to find a one-seat church pew that we had in here. It was a little place to come in and take your shoes off. Of the house. And it had an aluminum door on it initially, and we put this gherkin door on, the see-through door on it. A very pretty door. Closet in the front of the house. And this had a new ceiling in it as a result of kind of a freak thing that happened. One night we heard a loud crash and came up here and found the ceiling completely crashed in on the floor. And what was really remarkable about it is that Keisha almost always laid right in front of this front door. But fortunately nobody was hurt, and we got the ceiling repaired. The bedrooms. And we got this runner from Sears. Previously the steps had carpeting all the way through on it that matched the family room carpeting. We took that off, and we got these this runner and these brass rods from Sears. So we had a little landing area here coming up. The stairs going all the way to the top, done in that runner from Sears. And it really changed the look of these steps quite dramatically. The things that we did as kind of a tradition is we had a picture of Elizabeth for every year. We had one taken every year around her birthday, and we had them on our steps. And obviously there's 4 pictures here. We sure anticipated having a lot more than 4 pictures on this wall. But we're going to continue this tradition in our new home, and it'll be bigger, so we'll have more room for more pictures, I guess. Upper landing area of the steps. And again, it had hardwood floors throughout. It wasn't really much of a hallway here. The rooms all just kind of met centrally here, so it was a real efficient use of space up here. The rooms, the doorways all kind of came together. We ended up, after Elizabeth got older, converting this into kind of a little study for Elizabeth, or for Lisa. But we had it originally, I think when we moved in, it was papered in teddy bears. So we had this papering done. And actually, we hired this papering out by O'Connor, and it's kind of interesting in that Lisa's papering is even better than this. So she did a lot of wallpapering in this house. These closet doors were put in by Grandpa John, and there's just enough room here for a queen-size bed to go across the room. The room's only about 5 foot wide, but there's enough like a little nook on the end of here where a bed could go. You could have like a captain's bed or a dresser underneath it, and then it'd be enough room for a bedroom. But kind of an unusual shaped room. This is in the peaked part of the house where the roof is at, so kind of a narrow and a small bedroom, but it made an ideal nursery. We put the crib right over here like this, and we had a rocking chair over here. So Lisa spent a lot of nights in here with Elizabeth when she was first born. This bedroom. This used to be our bedroom. We used it as the master bedroom because it was the biggest bedroom in the house. And when Elizabeth was born, as evidenced by her toys, it became necessary for us to relinquish this room to her. And one of the reasons we decided to move is she's already outgrown this. But this room was yellow originally when we moved in. It had yellow shag carpeting in it, and had kind of a large wooden, kind of a cheaply done built-in dresser type thing in here, which we took out. But it is a good sized room. Lisa did the wallpapering over there. Originally, Elizabeth had her bed over in that corner, and the wallpaper was kind of made a little frame for the bed. We ended up having to move that because it got a little bit chilly by these windows. But she had quite a bit of room for her toys, although she took almost all of it up, used up all the space already. But originally this was our bedroom. We put the carpeting in, the gray carpeting. In closet, had a window in it, but Grandpa John helped reconfigure this closet when we used it as our bedroom. But it worked out real well for Elizabeth. She really liked this room. And it was a nice big room for her. Master bedroom, and I think this is probably some of Lisa's finest work in here. This room changed an awful lot since we moved in. It had carpeting in it, so the carpeting was taken up, and Lisa redid the floors, which you can see even so they're in tremendous shape. And this built-in section here was stained the same color as the kitchen. And it was kind of a blonde wood, and Lisa completely sanded and refinished that and made this little area in here. And the bed used to have to be over here. One of the problems with it was that it was built for a twin-size bed, and there wasn't enough room between these for a bed to fit in there, a queen-size bed to fit in. So we had John Hines come and cut down these cabinets on each side in order that a queen-size bed would fit in here. And then we had him make adjustments on these closets. And you can see that they're hinged in the middle so that it would accommodate the bed. Because before those were all solid pieces and it was too wide to pull out. But that's got built-in dresser space in there as well. And little pull-out racks underneath there for shoes. And it's really quite a built-in closet on this side. Dresser space, there's an awful lot of storage space in here. Storage space on this side of the bedroom. More closet space, another full double closet. We think at one time maybe this room and the nursery were connected. It looks like the way they did this, that at one time they may have been connected to the closet. It just had an awful lot of room. super job on the wallpaper here. We had a lot of comments on the decorating in this room. She painted the trim white, and just her flair for decorating is really evident in this room. She did a wonderful job. She even coordinated the bed sheets, the spreads, and the wallpaper match. And then I'm going to try to zoom in up here on the window coverings, but they all match too, made out of the same material as the bedspread. She had hanging plants there. Lace curtains on the wall, on the windows I should say, that I believe, it's going to be kind of hard because of the light, are made out of a tablecloth. But just absolutely spectacular. And I think this is one of my favorite rooms of the whole house. I miss this room. They'll have one. They'll have one. Okay. Elizabeth in her bedroom. What was your favorite part about this bedroom, honey? What'd you like best about it? The bed?
And
all the room for your toys?
And this.
Your TV?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you can take both of those things with you. Can you wave? From up here, upstairs, is the bathroom. And it had really thick ceramic tile, original ceramic tile on the side. And
it had a chair.
Had a little chair, yeah. And this tile can't even be purchased today. It's really thick.
And the doorknob really.
And let's close the door. And this bathroom is done kind of in greens. And you can see again where Lisa did some wallpaper bordering around here and did a lot of decorating in here.
And there's a clock in here.
Little clock and the soap dish.
With gold with silver
faucets, right? And a toilet.
Yeah, that has a green thing on it.
Green sea. And what about the storage area? Right over there. Some green cupboards to put stuff, towels and everything in, bath toys.
And
That's
bandages.
Okay, and bandages. And there's Elizabeth's bath toys.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a green area rug in here. And it had the original ceramic tile on the floor.
Yeah, with yellow and white and black and green.
Yeah. And again, Lisa had this very nicely decorated. So it was a big bathroom, really good size.
And they have a shower in the tub.
Yeah, a shower in the tub, that's right. You know everything.
And they have a picture of me waiting for the tub.
There's a little picture of Elizabeth naked in our bathroom. This had like a little see-through area coming through the steps.
And it's like a window.
With a wood beam.
And it goes over like this.
Yeah. And Elizabeth used to look through this a lot. The basement, and this is the last project that we did.
And this is a white.
In the spring of '94. We put these shutter doors on. They used to go into the living room. And put those on to kind of close off the basement. Back door, Lisa painted it green. And she put wallpaper on. I didn't get it on the tape though. Okay, now you talk. And it's got wallpaper with houses on it, right? Mm-hmm. And she was going to hang dried flowers from those.
And it has a green thing that's a component, and a green rail that you slide down.
And I enclosed the basement steps, and we put runner carpeting on it.
And this is
we painted them green.
Pot, but kind of gold. It has rings around it and purple pot.
And we put a curtain across. There was storage behind
and my
here.
chalkboard,
The basement was a tile
and
basement.
and
And it
I
had
have a chalkboard,
masonry over it.
and I have a chalkboard.
Yeah, Elizabeth's got a chalkboard here.
And
The stairs that we just redid, coming down and put carpeting on it. The basement was sort of partially finished, kind of moderately. It had a tile floor all the way throughout the basement. And this is where we kept our exercise equipment in this little part here. And more of Elizabeth's toys down here. And the furnace, storage, the water heater over here. Okay.
This is my horse, Stinty. And he likes to bite it, not really. He can bite on my bag, though.
And you used to ride Stinty down the basement, didn't you?
Yeah.
And this is where we kept the freezer and the water heater over there. Okay, now we'll...
and look inside the freezer.
No, don't open it up. Okay, now what are you going to show me?
The office.
And what about this office?
It has a green chair, green seat on it, and
What'd you say earlier about it?
just say
What'd you say earlier about it? What is this office? It's a terrible what?
mess.
Yeah. Well, they usually
It
look
has
kind of
a
like
green
this.
seat on it, and the rest of the chair is wood.
Yeah.
And I have my wooden beer down here so I can play with it.
But this had kind of a ledge
And
over
my
here
dad
for
has a
storage.
white light that falls into the part.
Had a couch down here.
And he has a basket in here that's red and the basket.
This office is a terrible mess, though.
And this is my dad's shirt.
Yeah.
This is my
Well, I
dad's
think we've seen
shirt.
enough of this. But this is my office. That took up one corner
Are
of the
we almost
basement.
done? And
Yep.
this is our green toilet, and it has a green sitting on lid and a gold flushing thing for it.
And what about the shower? Can you show them the shower? And this is
it
the
has a
shower.
Green thing
And
on
we
it.
put this in about
And
5 years
gold
ago.
turning things and a thing that keeps a soap in it. Yuck. And a shower. And the shower thing has a thing that you turn the shower with. And
Yeah, now can you show them out here? Can you show them the sink and the washing machines?
here's our thing that has water in it, and here's our toilet paper thing, and here's our cabinet, here's our phone, here's our toilet seat lid, and here's our red bag that my dad keeps stuff in, and this is our waste basket.
Yeah.
And
And how about
this
the...
is our sink. And
Yeah.
this is our washing machine.
And what about over there? Dryer?
Dryer.
And this is where Lisa did her ironing, and this is where my closet was down here.
Where?
Right here, where all these clothes are hanging out. So hopefully I'll have a little better...
All my daddy's clothes and all my daddy's shoes. And this is a place to hang up clothes to dry.
Yeah, they had a gas pipe that ran all the way across here so Lisa could hang up clothes to dry down here. And I think, Elizabeth, that's the end of our tour. Anything else you want to say?
What about?
Again, we had the white tile floor all the way through.
And we have a.
We painted the basement white.
We have a white a door.
That's our water softener.
A water softener here, and my dad's big boots.
Yeah.
I'm stepping in them right now. Now
Storage
I'm stepping
under
in
there.
my boots. They're yucky.
And I think this is our basement.
What?
We'll take a look at it like this.
This is my
Bathroom,
dad's boots.
washing
Dude,
machine area, shower,
this is my dad's
area
boots,
underneath
too.
the
I
sink,
step in them.
storage,
Step in them right now.
exercise area, furnace,
And there's another laundry basket
and office.
and milk